feeling great?
I'm getting there.
Back to work?
Yep.
I think picked up the gavel and everybody got quiet.
We still got 10 seconds.
Hey, there we go. It's like it's 11 o'clock. I'll call to order the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for Thursday, April the 24th, 2025. Welcome, everybody. Lots of exciting stuff coming up here in a few minutes. To get started, though, if everybody's had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting, I'll entertain any motions related to.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. No public hearings, no old business. Go straight into new business. Mobile food truck renewals. Let's see. Start out with Takero Don Chewy, Jesus Zinga, 112 West 2nd Street. This again is a renew, tacos, burritos, chips, and drinks. Okay, everybody's in weird spots with all the extra faces. Is Mel in here?
Still here.
She's over there today. Okay. Anything of note, Mel, that's pictures, looks like everything is in order. Driver's license that expires in 27. Looks like everything is in order for this one.
I'd make a motion to approve that renewal.
Second.
Motion and second to approve. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, we got Luis Manuel Morales. Again, this is a renewal. It's El Azteca, 1711 Northbrook Court. I believe this one actually operates, though, off of 4th Street, if I'm thinking of the right one. And it is Mexican food as well. Application fee, insurance, Board of Health. That is the trailer I was thinking of on 4th. Pictures, all the way down to blueprints of the trailer. Expires in 2027 on the driver's license as well, and he is a registered retail merchant certificate. So everything appears to be in order on this renewal as well.
Any complaints, Mel?
None that I'm aware of.
Well, that being the case, I'll make a motion to accept the renewal.
Second?
Motion and second to approve. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, Spud Bank, Lake and Eubank, 11425 East Goss, something road, Pekin, Indiana. Loaded spuds and fries. Okay, I've got an insurance certificate, I got pictures, I got a driver's license, it expires in 30. Retail merchant, Board of Health, there is a note just about the driver's license address, which is the owner's driver's license compared to the application address. Now, I believe they just built a new house, though, if I remember right, last year. So, any questions on that one? Everything appears to be in order.
I'd make a motion to approve that one as well.
Second.
Motion second to approve Spud Bank. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, Chief.
Chief Greg O'Brien, I just want to make the board aware that after the promotions of sergeant, we had an opening for corporal, and we promoted Kayla Griffin to that position. So that's just a notification to the Board of Works.
Thanks, Chief. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thanks. Next up, Chief Eric Roll. Could've just left it with Chief and let the two of you fight it out.
Good morning. I'd like to introduce our two newest firefighters, Carter Murphy and Will Gray. They are the youngest guys we've ever hired. Have to say that.
What's your point behind that, Chief?
I'm just saying.
Huh?
Just
Brad
saying.
felt that way for years.
I hope that you accept them because they actually did start work last Sunday. So.
Well, I'd make a motion to approve their hirings.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve Carter Murphy and Will Gray for hiring. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 They both interned while I was still there, and they're good kids.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And I want to touch base on that for a little bit.
Okay.
So both of these young men, as Chief says, are the youngest guys we've ever hired. Both of them turn 21 later this year. But both of them came through the work-based learning program at the high school, so they've already spent time in the fire station. Carter jumped in and drove an ambulance last year.
Nobody knows that.
Well, they do now. So, but he was also interning with them at the time as well, if I remember correctly. So, point being, shout out to both you young men on chasing your career paths here. We're excited to have you, and hopefully we can get the Tribune paying attention. Maybe they can do an article about work-based learning and where it led for you guys. So, okay, that's all I got to say on the moment. We will swear you in a little bit, though, and we may have to play paper, rock, scissors, see who goes first. Okay, next up, Parks and Recreation, Crossroads Park Reservations. Looks like Miss Tracy Cole's coming up to talk to us.
Madison Piper is requesting approval for reservation at Crossroads. She is with Healthy Jackson County Coalition, SNCC Medical Center. She would like it on September 18th from 5 to 7:30, and they are having a mental health awareness and suicide prevention event.
Any questions?
They done it before?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sounded familiar, yep.
it does.
Everything's in place. I'll make a motion to accept the reservation.
Second.
Motion and acceptance. Motion and a second to accept the reservation. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. First thing you've had to sign all
It
morning.
is.
Okay, let's see. Bernie Hausberger, city engineer. Remember, Bernie, we got a lot going on.
Yeah, tell me about it. We got everything closed down from construction everywhere. So I just wanted to warn everybody, keep construction season starting already. We've got Shields getting patched and getting ready to be resurfaced. We've got Springer Road. I know that's not a street most people go on, but it's getting torn out and completely redone. Then the one thing I wanted to mention is the 25 CCMG projects are on the street right now, being bid on April the 30th. I know that's a kind of a surprise to have a meeting, a bid opening and a meeting on that day, but we need that for to get the early funding from the state. The state wanted anything as early as possible, so we're trying to comply with the state's wishes and get that moving forward. So anyhow, that's why we're kind of did a little shortened bid process, but given that it's almost all resurface, there's no real full depth projects that are more complicated. We think we can get the bids and get good bids on the 30th. So I'll just leave it there. If you have any questions, let me know.
It's next Wednesday, right?
Yeah, next Wednesday at 11. We'll try to have just a meeting just with that topic.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks,
All
Bernie.
right, thank you.
Well, that was quick, wasn't it?
It's,
Huh?
yeah, other than the day that he knocked himself out, that's the shortest I've ever seen him.
Jeremy wasn't here, so that's why I didn't do that.
Next up, Darren Bose.
Have one sewer adjustment request. This is from Town and Country Construction at 3395 Elizabeth Way. Vacant house, a faucet was left on outside, and they're looking for a total adjustment of $353.89. It meets our criteria as it did not go not a municipal sewer.
I'll make a motion to accept sewer bill adjustments.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second to accept the adjustments. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, miscellaneous from the board.
Not me.
Darren?
I just want to touch base. We are in the middle of our annual State Board of Accounts audit. You'll see them around one day next week. I've got to chauffeur one of the auditors around because they will actually visually inspect a few of the assets we have on our asset list. I know they've got some stuff at DPW and Parks and SMSU that we'll come and look for. I'll try to reach out to the department heads the day before we go. I think one of them's a lawnmower, so if it's in service, I'll need you to leave it back that day or tell me where they're riding it at so we can go look at it. But, other than that, also finally got a quote on doing some work on the windows on the SMSU clerk treasurer office, for the initial quotes, looking about $80,000 to have the exterior windows pulled out, new seals put in, clean the windows in between and repaint. It's something that needs to be done because they've lost seal, there's moisture getting in, and we don't want the framing to rot. So I'll be coming with a request hopefully in the next month or so to move forward on that project. We still have some monies left from the city hall remodel that would cover that. So that's all I have.
Thanks, sir. I'm gonna go a little bit out of order. Any miscellaneous from the audience? Mr. Gregory. You gotta jump up and down, Chad. Doug beat you to it.
Good morning. Doug Gregory, Wastewater Pollution Control. I come to you this morning to ask for the purchase of a new camera van only. We already have the camera system in an older van. The van we have now is a 2011 E350 box truck, basically. What we're looking to purchase is a new Ford Transit van, something a little bit smaller, a little easier to get in alleys and stuff for our camera system. We bought a camera system about 3 years ago. It's been a real good camera system, but we need a van to put it in. We got two quotes. One quote was from Brown Equipment and one was from Best. Brown Equipment came in at $128,675. Best came in at, they actually came in at $135,038, but after haggling with them a little bit, I got them down to $131,538 because they gave us the Doug discount. That's what it says. But anyhow, the reason we would prefer to go with the Best equipment is Best sells the EnviroSight camera that we use. They know our system. The van will come from EnviroSight itself, where Brown, if we would go with them, it's a totally different, they got rapid view cameras, and it's a totally different system, and they don't know how this works. They were questioning whether or not they could take our camera system and they even put it in their van. I feel for the $3,000 difference, it's going to save a lot of headaches, warranty issues, anything like that. So that's where I'm at. And in front of you is a list of what they do to that cargo van. It's just not a big white plain van. There's a lot that goes in it. It's got it's got a little office area. It's got some TV screens in there. They're putting some racking in there. It's got cabinets for storage and different stuff. But there's a lot that goes in that van. There's air conditioning, heat that goes on the top, so for the rear. So
It in your budget?
it is in our budget. This hopefully is the last thing automobile wise we have to come back for this year. We've already got it scheduled for this year, so
Going with a diesel or a gas motor?
it will be a gas. And to add to it, right now the box truck that we have was once a generator ran the camera system. Well, you can't find anybody to work on generators around here, so we had it converted to electric batteries, and they work well. But if you're out all day, they die on you. So then you gotta bring it back, plug it in, and all that. This system has got what's called a MEP system. They add an extra alternator to the engine, and you flip a switch, the idle engine takes care of it, runs the whole van. So you do away with a generator and an inverter and batteries. It all runs off the vehicle itself.
Do you trade that in or sell it as a surplus item?
Surplus, sell it.
Probably not a whole lot of value there, is it?
I really don't know. It just depends on the market at the time, what people are looking for. So
Yep.
It will be put on auction. It is to be taken out of service. That and insurance wise.
And you don't know what you're gonna get into if you take the lower bid as far as all add-ons or anything that.
No, the way we feel is if we go with this higher one, they'll build the van with the camera system we got. Where if we go with the lower one, they don't know our camera system. They know their camera system, but they don't know ours. So, and if something's wrong with this van, EnviroSight will cover it and the camera setup. Best Equipment is the rep for EnviroSight, and we've got a really good relationship with them. I mean, they've done a fantastic job for us, so.
I mean, there's not that much difference, but if it's already set and ready to go, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. You've got it in your budget, so I'll make a motion to accept, the offer from Best Equipment.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
All those
Thank
opposed,
you.
same sign. Congratulations, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
Other miscellaneous? Mr. Dixon?
I just want to touch base on Second Street real quick. If you've noticed, we've had quite a bit of change since our last Board of Works meeting. They started putting in curb at this point, but you'll see there's a little bit of black on the road as far as that goes from, Pine Street. You'll notice this week and next week, some drives going in concrete or some approaches. There's a few businesses that will be limited for a couple days. There's like 72 hours or so they can't drive on that concrete once it's poured, but just in case y'all hear anything or any complaints or something like that, that's the reason why. But majority of the businesses especially have already been talked to and worked through. Especially we have one down there that we're working with to make sure one of their days is a Sunday. So anyway, everything seems to be going pretty well. And thank you for the road closure last time, and we've got it back open as we planned for.
When will the, community second be closed? As soon as graduation's over, or
Sometime in the future.
sometime in the future?
Well-
Don't know, okay. Soon?
Sometime next month, probably.
Yeah, okay.
I also have a request, and it's kind of, since it's miscellaneous, sorry to throw this on you, but it was brought to my attention. St. Louis and South Poplar Street, the south side of the railroad track, be the southwest corner, if you will. We have never had a stop sign at that location, ever. Don't know how in the world it's never been there.
Is it in the book?
I even turned back on Google Maps and turned it back as far back as I could go, and there's never been a stop sign there. Thanks to the Mr. Wallace there, transit director, kind of pointed that out to us. And
Coming which way?
so if you're headed east
From behind,
from, say, Casey's,
yeah, okay.
Is that actually, that's not an alley?
That is a street.
It's a street.
it is technically a street.
Okay.
Has it been paved?
It has.
Yeah.
It was a mess for a long time.
Fixed the drainage issue there, both guys did, and paved it, and it's a heck of a lot better now.
Well, it should
That's
have
for sure. It's not a giant street, it's not,
Do a thoroughfare and drainage.
Yeah, it's got, that's what I was sitting here looking at. If it's not listed in the schedule, we'll have to go to council to get approval.
oh, okay.
So
Is that an ordinance or is it?
it's an ordinance to approve the stop sign
Does it affect
change.
city code?
Yeah, cause it's in the code, so 3 ways, 4 ways.
May be safer not to have a stop sign there when you're looking to the left up over the hill.
Right? That is not a prime.
Yeah. I know as slow as Leonard drives the bus, if he's back there, he's gonna get T-boned, right?
I'm just hoping we don't drive a bus through there.
Which, I mean, we can,
Yeah, no, I don't see it listed at a quick glance.
okay.
So we need to take that to thoroughfare and go through that process. So, but we
Does
can
that have to go
check.
through a committee meeting first?
Yeah, committee meeting and I'll leave the book open so I remember to look afterwards, but.
I wasn't sure where to go with it, but I just want to at least get it out there and find that right direction, please. And Bernie's right, but CCMG 24 is kicking off, and rolling, baby. So, and then what, 30th, I think it is, we open bids, so.
Okay, anything else? Thanks, Jed. Anyone else? Before we, okay, so I've got a short list of random stuff before we get to the fun part that everybody's actually here for. First thing is a special request that came in the other day. This is a protest / rally, action day, May the 1st. They're estimating 20 to 50 people. They want to make signs and do a peaceful protest. Farmer's market lot. Lots of things up in the air as far as whatnot. Previously, what we've typically done on this stuff is PD is made aware. A lot of times Greg will touch base with them beforehand so they understand the rules of what they're doing. Sierra Trowbridge is the one making the request.
What group is it? Is it a group?
She's saying the 50-50, okay, I'm going to say that wrong. It's going to sound different if I don't. 501 action day, let's call it that.
You know what that is, Greg?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be 50 states, 50 protests. They tend to do it at the State House, but I know Columbus did one a while back. They just protest everything that's.
Why not?
Protest everything.
Why wouldn't they?
Kind of encompasses it all. So we only need one of those a year, right?
Yeah.
So on a positive note for Junkyard Barbecue though, they're there that day from 11 to 7.
They gotta have food.
What day is May 1st?
That's a Thursday, next Thursday.
Something I've noticed, there's a lot of hospital employees now parking in that lot. I mean, they're pulling up 3 rows.
I know.
So I don't know,
In the city?
They may not have much room.
yeah,
Because it's a shorter walk from their lot, or
I
what?
guess.
It's the construction workers.
Okay.
so. But yeah, when they get into 3 rows in, they're, just 1 row away from the shelter anymore
Yeah.
with parking in there.
What's that do for,
That was my comment to Jane yesterday, is there may not be much room on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Now, they're not going until 4 o'clock that night, so it may clear out some, but
what's that do for, market? Well, that's Saturday.
it's a Thursday, yeah, that'd be a Saturday, and I'm not sure if they start.
I mean, the parking
the
part of it.
3rd. It's a Saturday still, but the market has the lot reserved, so
Okay.
we'll have to broach that one when they start back
Yeah.
on Saturdays.
This is just a one time, one date?
Was this the same gal from a month or 2 ago, Jane?
No.
Okay,
Oh, it's not?
No.
so, yeah, it's the first time we've had a request from this one.
We've allowed them in the past though, right?
Yep.
If they've gone through the procedures and as long as they get with Greg or John or somebody and know what's going on, I would, make a motion to allow them to do that.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, to allow it. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Greg, get that info from Jane so one of you guys can chat about it. Next up, Chick-fil-A would like to be there in May. Let's see if one of them's a Thursday. No, okay. May 2nd, 5th, 9th, 12th, 16th, 19th, 23rd, 29th, 30th, 2025 from 11 to 1 for lunch. No complaints that I'm aware of.
Basically just their monthly,
This is their monthly request, yep.
instead of putting a store in.
I think it's well attended, so I'll make a motion to allow them to operate during that date and time. Dates,
Second.
Plural.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Yeah, I'm with you, Brad. I wish they'd just build a store, but I keep thinking maybe this will help land the store in the long run.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, next up, random items for me before we do some swearing in stuff. I shared it with these guys earlier, department heads. Pay attention. We did a contest with 4th graders to create thank you cards. Basically, the request was show us what you think Seymour looks like or what makes you think of Seymour. War Memorial at Geyser Park, lots of random things, Mellencamp mural, mural on Chestnut Street. Parks made another round with the Burkhart Plaza, and last but not least, more Parks equipment. So Chad, good job for Parks making, I think you got 4 of the 6. But those were Miss Elizabeth from Jackson, Jade from Jackson, Evelyn from Emerson, Lucy from Emerson. Oh, yeah, this is one we talked about earlier. Avenel from Emerson. Emmy from Cortland were all the winners from that contest. So again, department heads, I use them when I need to send somebody a thank you note. Stop by and see Jane if you need some, kind of a cool way to feature some of our local kids in our community leading to the future when they come back and want to work for us. Okay, so cards, check. Anniversaries before we do swearing-ins, and these guys have to deal with their own anniversaries in a few years. Okay, let's see, Derek Arthur here.
No, he's not.
5 years. Denise is not, Denise Wishmeyer, 5 years. We're gonna do this one, but we're gonna do it differently.
Oh, no.
Okay. 3 of those 4 are here, so I'll come back up for them. You'll hand them to me in a minute. 5 years ago today, we were wearing a blue tie and we swore in a police officer. But today we're gonna have a little fun with it because he's at home in bed because he works 3rd shift, but his father is here. So Chris Knight, congratulations on 5 years. But Brad, come on up. You can take it to him.
All right.
Thank you for making Chris. You get it? Okay. Hey, we had to have some fun with it. What do we got? 10s and 15s. Okay, Tracy Banks is not here, right? No. Tracy works for DPW. Shout out to Tracy. He will wave at you anytime you wave at him. I think that was the other one that is here.
Tammy Jones.
Yeah, Tammy's back here. Okay, 15 years, Tammy Jones from WPC. I don't have a big long speech for Tammy, but I can tell you she keeps all those guys in line. She tried. Which is a feat all its own. So thank you for 15 years.
so I can get a picture of all of you. Sorry.
Which way do you want us to turn?
No, I want to do all of you together.
Oh, all
after you're done.
Well,
Yes.
after we get done. Okay, thanks, Tammy.
You're welcome.
What camera, Leonard?
Oh, I guess I skipped one. I fast forwarded to 15 years. I missed the 10-year one. Leonard Bruce drives transit for us, has done this for the last 10 years. If there's anybody that can find the street that is not a police officer or firefighter, that's it. Yes, sir. And last but not least, 15 years of service. Again, another one of those keeps a whole bunch of men in line. Kim Roach.
Yeah.
Smile for Mark, though. Okay, that is all the random stuff. We now need to swear in a couple firefighters. Eric, which one's the lower number?
Carter Murphy.
Carter Murphy, you're up. Bring a friend or whoever you want to hold the Bible for you. And if you have a family Bible, we can totally use it. Okay, just, I didn't want to not offer in case. Okay, you're in charge of that. Left hand goes on there. I was going to say, you got to give me the...
Okay, I remember.
I'm really close at this point. Okay, you're going to raise your right hand, you're going to repeat after me. Ready? You got to memorize? Okay. I, Carter Murphy,
I, Carter Murphy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and all laws,
and all laws,
ordinances, and resolutions
ordinances, and resolutions
of the City of Seymour, Indiana,
of the City of Seymour, Indiana,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a member of
as a member of
the Fire Department of the City of Seymour,
the Fire Department of the City of Seymour,
County of Jackson,
County of Jackson,
State of Indiana,
State of Indiana,
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability.
Welcome aboard, young man. Okay, hang on to that because I'm going to lay it down and forget where I put it.
Okay.
Next up. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Got that memorized now?
No.
Because I won't say it in the same order. Okay, left hand on there, right hand raised, make sure, hang on, let's turn this. Yeah, get the pictures good here. I'm gonna slide over here just a little, try to make it out of the picture. Okay, here we go. I, Will Gray,
I, Will Gray,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and all laws,
and all laws,
ordinances, and resolutions
ordinances, and resolutions
of the City of Seymour, Indiana,
of the City of Seymour, Indiana,
and that I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a member of the Fire Department
as the member of the Fire Department
of the City of Seymour,
of the City of Seymour,
County of Jackson,
County of Jackson,
State of Indiana,
State of Indiana,
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability.
Welcome aboard, young man. Anything I forgot?
Good here.
Anybody want a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Meeting adjourned. Let's do pictures.